Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Off the play fake. Skinner. That's swung out wide to Harris. Room here to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Skinner. It's brought in by Harris. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They run the counter. Stringer. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Steelers 7, Browns nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
A run for Nick Chubb. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. This defense for the Steelers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Skinner. Throw left side, got to be taken in by Harris. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, Skinner. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Stringer, nifty move. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Skinner. Flushed out right. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. Back to throw. Skinner. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris, and he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Skinner, he gets it complete to Harris. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They run it here with Oliver. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They hand this off to Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Rosa's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen
going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He'll buy some time right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. That's complete once again to Hopkins.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Following the penalty, Chubb. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And room there to work it inside the 25. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. On play action, Allen rolling to his right.
Got a man. It's Schwartz complete.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man to the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A final shot before half for Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
At the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play that time for Cleveland. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Allen. Out to his left. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They run again with Harris. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Off play action. Skinner. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
They run it again with Chubb. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
To the air, Allen. Sliding out of the pocket. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he goes out right around the 39.
Well, that's all about moving the pocket on 3rd down so the defenders can't just go to one spot and find the quarterback. Bootlegged him out to his right against the grain, able to spot the open man, and got it to him for the 1st down.
Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Allen's throw taken in by Slayton.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Handoff comes to Chubb.
51 yards on the ground for him so far.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Chubb will get the call running left. Ooh, with a juke. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
So in this case, you'd think the defense would be collapsing to the left side of the field, and they forced him to his left. So he just tucked it away and picked up some yardage.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Chubb. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action, throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
To throw on 2nd down, Skinner. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Skinner. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, it's Harris. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Skinner escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
from the gun on third down. Skinner. He finds his man complete. That's Harris.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, Skinner shifts free at the 15. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Let's go. Let's do it. Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try the left side. Harris, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Skinner. And he will find his man on the outside. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Eric Ebron. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2nd down. Here's Chubb again.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
93 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Allen. And he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now Allen. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. A give. This is Chubb. Gets by him at the 25. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
That's out to Chubb, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Allen.
And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
At their own 36-yard line.
So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least they'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get them in the end zone. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by a Fitu Melifonwu. And the Browns are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Cleveland, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.